How does it feel to be 16?
Great. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm Jesus. At youth group last night, you prayed that I'd become a bigger part of your life. You did mean that, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, let's get started. I thought I would first help you clean up your heart.
My heart? I thought it was pretty clean since I asked you to save me.
The heart is a very complicated place with many rooms. I suggest we clean each room one at a time. Where would you like to start?
Listen, I'm really tired and I still have a lot of homework to do. Can we do this another time?
Your schedule is pretty busy. I was hoping we could take advantage of this time. Would it be okay if you put the cell phone down and check the text message later?
Yeah, I guess. Do you think this will take long?
To me, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day. Time is not an issue for me. How about we start on this room over here?
I think that room's pretty good. How about we start at this room, the family room?
Okay. I see some debris in here. Do you always talk to your mom the way you did this morning?
She was really bugging me.
What about?
Doing my chores.
How so?
Well, the trash was overflowing and needed to be emptied again.
Did she have a point?
Yeah, I guess. She's just been really moody lately since Dad left last year. I'll try to keep up on my chores.
What about that room I mentioned earlier?
That's my school room, and I'm getting good grades, so I think that room's good. Let's do this room.
Okay.
This is my youth group room. I attend worship service every week and help out with youth group.
That's good. But can you tell me about your relationship with Susan in your small group?
She's a real pain.
How is she a pain?
She just doesn't fit in
With who?
with anyone in our group.
Why is that?
I don't know. She's just really needy and stuff.
Have you ever thought about why that is?
No.
Jane, do you think it is possible, if you knew more about her, you'd understand her better? What if you knew that her father left her family 2 years ago and hasn't talked to her since?
I guess I can relate. I don't get to see my dad very much anymore either.
She doesn't like to talk about it. It's pretty painful.
I can see why.
Let's check out that schoolroom you mentioned.
I really don't think we need to go in there.
Why not?
I don't know, I think it's pretty clean and I just don't think we need to go in there. I'd rather not.
Could it be because you're ashamed of me?
No, that's not it. It's just hard.
How so?
Well, my friends and me don't like to talk about you very much.
What do they like to talk about?
Other things?
You mean things that are against what I've been trying to teach you and teach them?
You don't understand. My friends are the only ones who really understand me. They're a big relationship in my life.
Really?
If I start disagreeing with them about things and about what they want to do on the weekends and everything, then I'll be kicked out of the group.
Jane, let me ask you something. Why do you have a relationship with me?
Well, 2 years ago at Fall Retreat, I really met you. You spoke to me in a way that made me feel like I really mattered. I've never felt so much happiness.
I would describe it as joy.
Yeah, exactly.
Jane, do you know the difference between happiness and joy?
What do you mean?
Happiness is the best that the world has to offer, and it is very temporary. Joy is the best that I have to offer, and it is eternal. Let me ask you, have you ever felt a feeling as deep in your soul as what you felt at the retreat?
No.
Jane, don't you see that this world is counterfeiting true joy by telling you happiness is good enough? Think carefully about all the times you have felt true joy and compare them to the times you have felt the world's version of happiness. The enemy doesn't want you to make the comparison, as you will see that joy is where it's at.
Why am I so blind to the truth? It's so hard.
The enemy is the father of lies. If he can inundate you with lies from every side, then it starts to seem like it must be the truth. Think about it. You hear these lies from TV, music, movies, school, friends, magazines, video games. The list goes on and on. I understand how difficult it is when the lies outnumber the truth by such a huge margin. The enemy counts on the quantity of lies to convince you that they are really the truth. I can tell you it is hard for me to watch, but I have no choice but to give you the freedom to choose. If I don't give you the choice, then your love for me is no better than holding a gun to someone's head and demanding that they love you. They say the words, but don't really mean them.
Don't you see? I may have to give up everything in my life to follow you.
Don't you realize that I gave up my life to give you that choice? Look, Jane, I know you'll have to give up a lot. I know about the rooms we have not gone into. The room with your boyfriend in it. The room you go into on weekends. Those rooms are filled with the world's lies about sex, drinking, and drugs. Whenever you think the things you'd be giving up are better than the things you'd be gaining, just remember the comparison between happiness and joy. Even though you may feel good temporarily, don't you feel hollow and miserable afterwards?
I have actually thought about the hollowness of my life before. Sometimes, when I'm alone, I feel like there's this battle going on inside me. It's like the picture of the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other, whispering in my ears. Sometimes I feel like my head will explode. And sometimes I feel like there's no hope. I don't think I'm strong enough to do this.
You don't need to be. When you read my word, you will see that my strength is sufficient. Remember David in his battle with Goliath? He told Goliath that I would deliver him into David's hand. Remember, he was also a sinful man. He knew the battle you were experiencing. Later on, he wrote so many psalms about his weakness and my strength. When you are struggling, read those psalms. Paul also knew about the sufficiency of my strength when he wrote about the many sufferings he experienced in my name. Jane, I want a relationship with you. One where each of us is available at all times to the others. Why is it humans get so blinded that they would take simple happiness for a mere fleeting moment and give away an eternity of joy? Experience what true joy and freedom mean with me. Once you figure this out, you will wonder why you ever believed all of the junk that the world is offering you.